Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to To Be Determined. Hope you're having an amazing day. Today we are going to be going over my museum, how many items we have left to go through, and how valued my museum currently is. But before we get into that, please make sure that you are subscribed. We are on our way to 1,000 subs. We're over halfway there, so thank you guys so much. But still, over 90% of you aren't subbed, so if we could get that number a little lower, that would be amazing. So hope you guys enjoy. Let's get into the video. Alright, so here we are at the museum. Now I currently have a value of 211 million coins, and I'm valued in the top 1,700 museums, so not too bad. But I have most of my items not in the museum right now. And if you didn't know, if you don't have your item in the museum, as in not in your inventory, like you can't have it be in these green ones, it's got to be actually in the museum for it to count. So all these green spots that you can see throughout here, they don't count towards my money. So I'm going to try and fill these with all of my items and see how high our value goes up. Currently, I have 188 of the items that are in SkyBlock, so about 2/3 of the items that are in the game right now. So we're going to be putting all of our items back into the museum that we can and seeing what our value is. So once again, we're starting off at 211 million coins. Let's try and put some items in here. So you can see I've got my wardrobe pretty stacked right now. So we're going to take all of our finished armor pieces out and see if we can put them in here. Now I'm leaving this fervor set because we're going to do a video on that shortly, but all the items that I've already donated I'm going to throw in there, and I'm going to leave out the unknown value items like the crimson armor here or my terror set, but we're going to take everything else and put it in there. So let's start donating. All right, we're putting in our Yogg set, our final destination, our sorrow armor, and our young dragon armor. So that takes us from 211 mil to 269 million coins. Now I think the majority of that's about 58 million coins what we just put in here. I think the majority of that is going to be our sorrow armor. Our young dragon isn't even worth 1,000,000 coins, but our sorrow armor is almost 33 million coins, so that helps out quite a bit on that. Our final destination is actually a lot more valuable than I thought it was. I think it's probably because we have 10,000 plus kills on it, so that gives it quite a bit more value, but that's pretty nice. We also put our Yogg set in here, which is about 2.3 million coins, so not too bad. All right, next up we're gonna have our superior dragon set, our shark scale set, our Maxor set, our Divin set, the Reaper mask, and finally our full perfect armor set. So let's throw all of these in here. Right now we have 269 mil value, almost 270 mil. Let's throw all these in here. So superior dragon set, our shark scale set, Maxor, Divins, reinforced tier 12 perfect gear with some of it being giant, and finally our giant Reaper mask. Now you can see we went up to gilded, so that means we just went over 500 million coins, I think. Yup, holy cow, those few sets just punched us up 300,000 coins. So let's see what the majority of that was from. I'm gonna say it was from the Divin set for the most part. Our shark scale is about 8 mil, not too bad. Then we've got our superior drag, 31 mil, also not bad. Our perfect set, almost 36 million coins, not bad either. Maxor at 51.8 million, and Divins at 163 million coins. So you can see where the majority of our value comes from. It is mostly from our mining setup. You'll notice that my top valued items are my entire mining setup. So that my entire mining setup values at about 210 million coins. So most of that I didn't actually pay. Most of it I grinded for myself. So it took quite a few months, but it was worth it. All right, let's just go through our armor sets here, see what we're missing. We don't have the armor of growth because we have our mastiff set in here already. We don't have our hardened diamond armor because that is used for another armor upgrade. I think it's actually this mineral armor. We don't have our flame breaker because that is used for Yogg. We don't have our zombie or revenant because we have Reaper. We don't actually own a cheap tuxedo. It's just given us that because we have the fancy tuxedo. Our sponge armor was used to create our shark scale armor. Our spooky armor was used to make our bat person armor. Now our snowsuit I actually do have in a chest right here, so we can put that in. It's valued at about 200,000 coins, I believe. So let's see here. There it is, less than 200,000 coins. Currently our diver set, we don't actually have the full set because we gave half of it to an NPC in order to get a very special item, the alchemist staff. So that's why we don't have our full diver set. Then we've got our bronze hunter gear. So let's see if I can find this. Here we go. Bronze hunter gear. Let's throw that in there. Nice. Then we don't have the crimson set because we have our vanquisher set. Then we've got our molten set, which we're currently using most of the pieces, our crimson gear and our terror gear. Now I'm not going to put these in here because their armor set value is unknown, so it will not actually add value to our museum. So I'm just going to leave those out just so that I don't have to put them in and then take them back out again. All right, now let's move on to our weapons. So we currently don't have our Voidwalker katanas in here, so I'm just gonna go through this and grab all of the weapons that we can donate. So our Vorpal katana, and we've got our daggers for Blaze Slayer. We will need the rancher's boots here in a little bit, as well as our Tricapitator. Then we've got our pigment sword, we've got our Ragnarok axe, our Rod of the Sea, our Magma Rod, our Fire Veil wand, and our Heroic Ink wand. So let's put these in here and see what we have left afterwards. So we'll start off with our Twilight dagger, Fire Dust dagger, Vorpal katana, Heroic Ink wand, Fire Veil wand, Ragnarok axe, pigment sword, our fabled Reaper scythe, our AOTE, our gemstone gauntlet, our heroic spirit scepter, and our juju bow, as well as our florid zombie sword. So we had 570 million value before we put all those weapons in, so let's see what it's at now. 681 million, not too bad. That went up about 100 mil, so I'll take that. The majority of that was probably our Reaper scythe, but I will take it, I will take it. Let's see what we missed that I didn't put in here. So we've got our Voidwalker and Void Edge katanas, which we used to upgrade to our Vorpal katana. Then our Revenant falchion was actually used to make the Reaper falchion. Then we've got our zombie swords, which were used to make our florid zombie sword. Our shaman sword, which was used to make our pooch sword. Our leaping sword, which we used to make this silk edge sword. Now my boomerang I actually didn't think about. We've got our boomerang here, as well as our last breath and our soul whip. So I didn't even think about putting those in here. So let's throw those in here. We've got the boomerang, the soul whip, and the last breath. So that makes up for that. It's only 4 mil now. It used to be so much more money, or at least it felt like it was more. There's our gemstone gauntlet, 22 million coins. That's quite a bit. It's actually worth more than our Reaper scythe, so interesting. Now I did put the Fire Veil wand in here, which is actually not valued, so I didn't need to put that in here, but I did. And then I don't know why these Fire Dust daggers have unknown value. Maybe they're just waiting to update all of the new nether items and they'll give them value later. But for now, these guys seem to have no value as well, even though they're not soulbound when you craft them. All right, so after we put those extra items in there, it went up to 706 million coins. So that was a 25 million coin boost with that soul whip, last breath, and boomerang. So very nice. All right, finally we have the rarities, and you can see there's a lot of these guys that we don't have in here right now. So let's start off with our Bonzo mask, which we throw in here. We don't have our farmer boots in here right now because we did use them to make these rancher's boots, which I'm gonna make a video on soon before I put them into the museum. Then we have our stonk. Actually, there's so many items in here that I didn't realize were specialty items. So let's throw our stonk in there. Then our jungle axe, which we actually don't have anymore because we used it to make this toil tree capitator. Then we have our mana flux orb, valued at a measly 3 million coins. Not great. Zombie heart, crystallized heart, revived heart. We actually had to use this revived heart to make the Reaper mask, so that's why that is not in here. Super compactor, I mean, we have these, but their item value is unknown, so we won't worry about putting this in here. We have our Rod of the Sea, which is valued at 12.8 million. Very nice. It's got expertise 8 on it, so that surely helps. We've got our Wand of Atonement with Ultimate Wise 2. That's why none of these wands are in here, because we had to upgrade them to this. Valued at 4.6 mil. Then we have our Titanium Drill, our most valuable single item, 47 million coins. Now the whole Divin set is of course worth more, but this is worth more than any individual piece of that set. We've got our Wither Goggles and our Gauntlet of Contagion, which I do actually have. I'm wearing it right now, right here, with Breeze and Life Regen. Its value is also unknown though, so we're not going to worry about putting it in here. Finally, we have our Magma Rod, which we still don't need to worry about putting it in there, but it was in my inventory, so why not? But yeah, that is our entire setup. So our entire setup is currently worth 785 million coins. So we're on our way to a billion coin net worth in our museum. Now, our net worth is not currently only 785 million coins. You'll notice that if we go into Badlion, my net worth is a lot lower now because a lot of my items are currently in the museum, but this is my net worth without those items. So where is this 939 million coins at? Well, the majority of it is actually in my accessory bag. I have a ton of accessories. Some of these are a lot more expensive than others. Mostly the ones that aren't available anymore, like the potato talisman, Dante talisman, and the blood god crest. Those give me quite a bit of value, as well as the red crab hat of celebration. But I do have some pretty expensive ones in here. The Beastmaster crest is a 22 million coin accessory. We've got the Super Compactor 7000, Scarf's Grimoire, the Titanium Relic, the Legendary Ring of Love, Reaper Orb, and a lot more. So we've got millions and millions of coins in these two bags right here. But that isn't all of my net worth. We don't have 940 million coins worth in there. The rest of that 940 million coins worth is in this pets menu. I have a level 91 Enderman who is mythic, a mythic Jerry, level 100 Armadillo, level 100 Elephant. We've got quite a few level 100 pets in here, as you can see, but you'll notice we have almost every single pet in here is legendary. So the few that aren't legendary are down here, the Droplet Wisp and the Kudra pet, but those are the only two that we don't have at legendary. But I don't have every pet in the game. I am still missing the Golden Dragon, the Bow pet, the Ender Dragon pet, the Lion pet, the Monkey pet, Parrot pet, the Phoenix, the Rock, Skatha, and the Snowman. Now I do have a friend who is also borrowing my level 100 Wither Skeleton pet, so that is not in here, but I do own one. So that is where the majority of my net worth is actually inside of this menu and my accessory bag. So I have more value in my accessory bag and my pets menu than I do in my museum, which is pretty crazy. Now it's going to take me a while to get all this gear out, but I won't bore you guys with that. I appreciate all of you for watching, and if you did learn anything, please remember to subscribe. It really helps me out. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and God bless.